Trump, the daughter, Omarosa. They run the world, man.
I really feel sorry for the family. I mean, everybody's fixated on how good looking this guy.
The cast of The Apprentice is running the world.
Chris Rock just turned J.D. Vance into a human piñata. And the candy falling out isn't pretty, folks. Trump is losing his mind over what got exposed about his running mate's phony man of the People Act. 1 minute, Vance was a Trump-hating critic. The next, he's kissing the ring like it contains the last drop of water in the desert. Want to see exactly what made Trump go nuclear? Stick around. The receipts are juicier than a well-done steak with ketchup. Quick favor before we move on. If you appreciate this content, consider giving this video a like and subscribing to the channel. Believe it or not, more than 92% of viewers haven't subscribed yet. It's free and only takes a second, but it means the world to us. So did you subscribe already? Great, thank you so much for your support. Now back to the video. So Chris Rock just dragged J.D. Vance through the mud so thoroughly that Trump is having an absolute meltdown. And folks, we've got the spicy details you won't believe.
Trump, the daughter, Omarosa. They run the world, man.
Kid, before I wanted to be a comedian, my dream was to be the president of the United States. It's the only real job I ever wanted.
The comedy legend didn't just roast Vance. He turned him into political barbecue with jokes that cut deeper than a congressional budget. Rock's stand-up routine became a masterclass in political dismantling, as he targeted the perfect contradiction that is J.D. Vance. You know, the guy who wrote that book about being from Appalachia and suddenly became Trump's bestie? Rock went straight for the jugular, highlighting how Vance has been playing this whole "aw shucks, I'm just a simple country boy" routine ever since his memoir hit the bestseller lists. What made Rock's takedown so devastating wasn't just the jokes. It was how he methodically exposed the massive gap between who Vance pretends to be and who he actually is. The comedian zeroed in on Vance's political flip-flopping with the precision of a surgeon with a grudge. 1 minute, Vance was comparing Trump to Hitler. The next, he's practically begging to shine the man's shoes.
The cast of The Apprentice is running the world.
Okay? Only time I wanted in office. I wanted to be the president of the United States.
How do you go from calling someone America's Hitler to letting them be your boss? Rock asked the audience, landing a blow that had people both laughing and wincing. The question hung in the air like an uncomfortable truth nobody wanted to acknowledge. Rock didn't need to beat around the bush. He just stated the obvious contradiction that political commentators have been dancing around. The funniest part? Rock didn't need to invent anything to make Vance look ridiculous. The facts did all the heavy lifting. The comedian simply pointed out how bizarre it is that someone could make such a dramatic 180-degree turn without any apparent shame.
Trump is not playing, man. That's right. This time is totally different. He's working with the #1 African-American. No one would care. It already gave him the chair already. Be dead, okay?
If there was a misunderstanding, I would totally take that back. But hopefully I said it correctly.
It's like watching someone scream about how much they hate pineapple pizza and then finding them at 3 a.m. devouring a Hawaiian large with extra pineapple. But Rock wasn't done there. He picked apart the authenticity problem at the heart of Vance's political persona. Here's a guy who presents himself as the champion of working-class Americans while hanging out with billionaires and venture capitalists. Rock joked about how Vance wants you to believe he's still carrying his lunch pail to work, when in reality, he's probably got people to chew his food for him.
I really feel sorry for the family. I mean, everybody's fixated on how good looking this guy. Everybody's worried. Everybody's worried. I mean, we got Luigi. We got Luigi, you know, and that's good.
We need bully. That's how Trump became president. That's exactly what happened.
What really sparked Trump's fury was how Rock highlighted the stark contrast between Vance's carefully crafted hillbilly image and his current millionaire lifestyle. The comedian painted a picture of Vance that was almost too accurate. a man who keeps a flannel shirt and sawing kit nearby just in case someone needs photographic evidence of his working-class credentials. Meanwhile, the real Vance is busy cozying up to the ultra-wealthy while claiming he understands what it's like to struggle to pay bills. Rock's routine wasn't just funny, it was a surgical strike on political hypocrisy. He managed to do what endless political panels and news segments couldn't: strip away the carefully constructed image to reveal the opportunistic reality underneath. By the end of his set, Vance's entire political identity was lying in tatters on the stage floor. The audience ate it up, with clips of the routine spreading across social media faster than conspiracy theories at a family Thanksgiving. People were sharing Rock's takedown with comments like, "He just said what we've all been thinking," and "Finally someone called out this nonsense." The comedian managed to articulate what many voters had sensed but couldn't quite put into words: that Vance's whole persona feels like a political costume rather than an authentic identity. Trump, predictably, didn't take it well. Reports say he was absolutely fuming after seeing the clips go viral.
Trump might work out. Yeah, I said it. Trump might work out. I mean, think about it this way. We got rid of bullies, a real bully showed up, and
There's nothing the former president hates more than being laughed at, except maybe being associated with someone who's being laughed at. Having his running mate turned into the punchline of the week has apparently sent Trump into one of his legendary rages. Sources close to Trump say he's been pacing around, phone in hand, threatening to tweet, or Truth Social, or whatever he calls it these days, about how unfunny and overrated Chris Rock is. Never mind that Rock is widely considered one of the greatest stand-up comedians of all time. Trump's ego can't handle the fact that people are laughing at his VP pick. What makes this situation even more delicious is that there's very little Team Trump can do about it. They can't refute the jokes because, well, they're based in truth. Vance really did call Trump America's Hitler before becoming his running mate. He really does present himself as a champion of the working class while living a lifestyle that has nothing in common with the people he claims to represent. What made Rock's takedown so powerful wasn't just the jokes. It was how his comedy sliced through Vance's carefully constructed image when serious political analysts couldn't land a punch. Comedy has this magical ability to expose truth while making us laugh, which is exactly what happened here. While news pundits struggled to articulate Vance's hypocrisy, Rock's stand-up demolition job resonated with regular folks who could see through the act. Now, Trump and Vance are in full damage control mode, frantically trying to patch up their crumbling narrative. So next time you hear Vance preaching about everyday struggles, just remember, sometimes you need a comedian to deliver the hardest truths.